Coach, after it's all said and done, how does it feel? Had a home win against a D1 opponent, home ranked win. I mean, obviously we talked about the benchmarks yesterday, but now that it's set in, what does it really feel like?
It feels good. Honestly, it feels really good, but we're going right back to work. That's I can honestly tell you that there's not a guy on our staff and not a player in our room that didn't expect that to happen. We wanted to sweep them, and we came pretty close. So we still have that home sweep to accomplish, and that's one of our goals this year is to get that. So we're proud of the kids. They did a great job. That we gave them the day off today, but we're focused now on a really good hockey team in Northeastern.
Coach, can you just talk about what this does for the program, too, with confidence and stuff like that, with what you guys were able to accomplish yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, I said it a little bit last week. They were starting to in that second Notre Dame game, they really had an incredible effort. And again, that's a game we felt like we could have won and maybe should have. But with a young, inexperienced team, with a core of guys that have never really played together at this level, figuring out what it takes to win, on a consistent basis is going to take time. And they're a group that has a lot of confidence in their ability, and they should, as evidenced over the weekend. So the more they can feel that winning swagger and feeling to where it just becomes customary and it comes natural is what we're trying to get this program to. Again, we're not there yet, but that's what we're trying to get it to, and that first win collectively as a group is I think, going to help us get there quicker than some people think.
You had so many offensive players join this year that weren't here last year. How long does it take to sort that out? And specifically, can you just talk about Tyler Bush and what he's done so far?
Yeah, I mean, I think usually it's going to take a good month to sort out what the combos that I think, if we're healthy, we'll go with on a consistent basis. I really liked what we saw yesterday. Moving Dylan Holman to that line with Belargian and Wade Murphy gave them the grit and kind of nastiness of a guy that can really inject some energy into two skill guys. And Holsey had 3 points, and Wade Murphy had his first goal as a Sun Devil, and Robbie had 2 points. So it worked. And then David Norris picked up 2 assists, moving him to the line with Bushy and Gruber. So Tyler Bush, we knew he was a special player. He was once committed to Ohio State and opened up his recruitment, and everybody was after him. All the big boys were after him, and he came down for a visit and saw what we were building, and it just clicked. Something was right. He reminded me a lot of my captain from Manitoba, Colin Heckel, that helped us build our ACHA program. He just the way he carried himself, the way that he spoke, the respect level that he showed to everybody when he was down here, his desire to want to be a part of something new and special and be a builder. He got on the plane, and I told our staff, who was none of them with us at the time, that kid reminds me of the captain I won a national championship with at the club level. And, he's I think, a future captain of this program. And I never would have thought he'd have 4 goals in his first 4 games. I can't tell you that, but his success doesn't surprise me, and I think he's barely scratched the surface.
So these first few games, obviously against ranked opponents and everything, and I haven't seen Rylan Pashevitz yet. Are you trying to find the right time to put him in? Do you want to see him against a ranked opponent to give him that tough task against him?
Pash is playing great in practice. He looks really good. All 3 guys look really good in practice. And then Rob obviously played incredible against Notre Dame, and he earned that start Friday night. Probably wasn't his sharpest, and I've seen Rob play enough over the course of 4 years to know when he's going and when he's not, and so I just took him out and felt like we were still in the game. And Joy went in and kind of used his confidence that he got on Friday into Sunday and played great. So. It's a logjam there. There are 3 really good goalies that everybody believes in, and I'm confident that I could throw any one of them up on the board as a starter, and our guys wouldn't think twice about it. They're confident that they can play with that particular guy in net on any given night, and we can get a win.
Coach, you mentioned Heckle and the ACHA program. How much do you draw on those club experiences and how you built that with what you're doing now at the NCAA level, and any parallels you see?
I draw on them a lot because they're all it's all the same. It's all the same. Building a program and a culture and a winning swagger. I think last year the biggest mistake I made maybe was trying to get away from what made us so successful and made me so successful, and put a lot of thought into what made us so successful at that level, and really have started instituting everything I did with that program into this one, and you can feel it. There's a big difference. The guys show up every day excited to be there. We have a tremendous group who again, we feel like we can beat anybody that we play, and that's half the battle, getting off the bus knowing you can compete.
I'm just curious what kind of feedback you got from other people for that win yesterday, and do you think it sends a message to college hockey that you beat a ranked team this soon in your NCAA era?
That's a good question, Jeff. It's tough to say. I think it's split. There's a lot of traditionalists out there and people, when they don't understand something and they don't want to educate themselves on something, they tend to, and it doesn't just apply to sports, they tend to put it down. So there's a lot of traditionalists out there that I feel like are against us, and don't believe in what we're building here, and don't believe in Arizona State becoming a power in college hockey. And to those people, I don't know if it sent a message or what it did, but on the flip side of that, there are so many programs and people in college hockey that have been incredibly supportive and understand what we're doing here. And I think that those people aren't surprised at all. Air Force is a heck of a program. They clearly earned the ranking that they received, being 18th, beating Boston College and Ohio State in their first weekend. But and I mean this with the utmost respect. We have bigger goals than the ones we just accomplished. Much bigger goals than being an 18th ranked team in the country. And it's going to take time, but it's a start. That's all it is a start, and we'll build off it.
This week, going to Matthews Arena in Boston against Northeastern, what are your early looks at the Huskies, and how excited are you to go up there to Boston and see what you guys can do against the Huskies?
A really talented team, tied Quinnipiac, and then just last weekend actually tied and beat Bentley, who's a good team. Defending hockey's champs, really good team, tons of talent. So, we're going into this one playing a team more similar to kind of Notre Dame than Air Force. And a traditional, incredible historic venue for college hockey at Matthews Arena. So we're excited. But again, we're going into every weekend expecting to go compete and do what we have to do to get a win. And it doesn't change who we play. Thanks.